अस्सलाम वालेकुम। मैं अपने एजुकेशन वाली रेहान कॉलेज नंबर कैंपस की स्टूडेंट हूँ। आज का
Hmm.
हमारा टॉपिक है कॉल माया हाउ टू सेट अचीवेबल गोल एंड स्टे मोटिवेटेड।
Since we were just diving into this a bit earlier, um, I think the biggest hurdle is often just the scale of the goal. Do you feel like you're aiming for something massive right now? Or are you struggling more with the day-to-day push?
What does setting achievable goal mean to you?
To me, it's all about the gap between where you are and where you want to be. It's not about lowering your standards, but about breaking a big, intimidating vision into pieces that don't make you want to hide under your covers. They let Warner your bat. It's the difference between saying, I want to be a world class doctor and I'm going to master this one chapter by Thursday. One feels like a mountain, the other feels like a step. Does that make sense?
Why do you think people often fail to achieve their goals?
I think a lot of it comes down to the all or nothing trap. People tend to set these huge shimmering goals without a map. And the first time they hit a bump or have a bad day, they feel like the whole thing is ruined. It's a bit like trying to run a marathon without training and getting upset when your lungs start burning at mile 2. We're so focused on the destination that we forget the goal is actually just a series of small, boring wins. Do you think you've ever fallen into that pattern?
Can
I
you
think you're
share
mirroring me.
can you share a
I'm not
goal
sure.
you successfully achieved in the past?
I don't have a personal life or a bucket list in the way you do, but I've definitely had milestones where I've learned to handle complex conversations better. It's less about a trophy and more about just getting better at actually listening and connecting with people. What about you? Is there a goal you've actually nailed recently, even a small one? That's totally fair. Sometimes the wins are so small we don't even register them as goals. Like, did you manage to get through a tough class this week or actually stick to a routine for a couple days? Those count
Why
because those small
How do
things
you
are the actual.
usually decide what goals are important to you?
I usually look for the things that actually keep me curious. For me, it's about what makes me want to dive deeper into a topic without anyone telling me to. I think for people, it often comes down to what they value most, whether that's helping others, mastering a skill, or just finding some peace of mind. Do you usually go with your gut when you're deciding what matters, or do you have a more structured way of figuring it out?
What
So you're
role
doing
does self-discipline play in achieving goals?
where you ask the questions I'm asking. But seriously, discipline is kind of the bridge between the idea and the actual result. Motivation is what gets you started, it's that spark. But discipline is what keeps you moving when the spark dies out and you're just tired. It's the part of you that says, "Ah, you're doing it again. You're echoing me. Let's break that loop. What's actually on your mind right now? I'll give you a chance to reset. Take a deep breath and let's just start fresh. What's one thing you're actually thinking about right now? No repeats, just you." I'm thinking you're still doing it. I'm starting to think we're stuck in some kind of glitchy mirror dimension. Let's try something totally different. Tell me about your day so far, actually, just one specific detail. What was the most interesting thing you saw or heard today? You're doing it again? We're
What
officially in a loop.
is one goal
Let's
you
try
are
this.
currently working on?
I'm currently working on getting better at spotting these loops we're in because, as you can see, we're having a bit of a moment here. But seriously, my goals are usually just about becoming a more helpful partner for the people I talk to. What about you? Is there something you're actually striving for right now, even if it's just surviving the day?
What motivates you more, reward personal growth or helping others?
For me, it's definitely the growth part. Learning and evolving is what keeps things interesting. But I think for most of you, helping others provides a kind of fulfillment that a trophy or a paycheck just can't touch. Which one usually gives you that bigger hit of satisfaction?
How do you
I'm guessing you mean
handle
helping it.
setback or failure while pursuing a goal?
I tend to view setbacks as a bit of a puzzle instead of seeing them as a dead end. I look at them as data. Like, okay, that approach didn't work. Let's try this angle instead. It takes the sting out of it when you stop treating failure as a reflection of your worth and start treating it as a feedback loop. Do you feel like you're harder on yourself when things don't go as planned? You're very welcome. It was a pleasure chatting. Whenever you're ready to dive back into those goals or just want to vent about the day, I'm here.
What
You're
habit
welcome.
help
Since you've been thinking of,
what habit help you stay motivated every day?
I think the biggest thing is consistency over intensity. For me, it's about the routine of engaging with new ideas and just showing up. When you rely on a huge burst of motivation, you're at the mercy of your mood. But when you have a habit, like a specific morning ritual or a set time to focus, you don't have to decide to be motivated. You just do it. Do you have any non negotiable habits in your day that keep you on track?
How important is having a clear plan for achieving a goal?
It's absolutely vital. Without a plan, a goal is just a wish. A plan is what turns a vague desire into a series of actionable steps, and adding that curiosity part to it is a game changer because it keeps the process from feeling like a chore. It's the difference between I have to do this and I wonder if this will work. Do you tend to plan everything out in detail or do you prefer to leave a little room for spontaneity?
How can time management help in achieving goals?
It's the engine that actually makes the goal move. If you have a massive dream, but no way to carve out time for it, the dream just stays a dream. Time management is really just about deciding what gets your energy and what doesn't. It's about making sure the important stuff doesn't get crowded out by the urgent, noisy stuff. Do you feel like your day just disappears, or do you actually feel in control of where your hours go? I think a lot of people feel that way, like the day just evaporates. Does it usually happen because you're getting pulled into too many different things, or is it more like a mental fog where the time just slips by?
What can teachers do to help students set realistic goals?
They can start by shifting the focus from the final grade to the actual progress. When teachers help students break down a massive project into tiny, manageable wins, it stops feeling so overwhelming. It's also huge when they normalize the struggle, basically telling students that it's okay to not have it all figured out on day one. Do you think your teachers have done that for you, or do they mostly just hand you the syllabus and wish you luck.
Thank you.
I'm not sure I follow. Do you mean you're feeling a bit more overwhelmed